A massive player leap is incoming for the New York Yankees as one of their key young guys is proving everybody in the Yankees organization right, while one of their new players is showing absolute dominance, proving Brian Cashman right. Meanwhile, now there are a bunch of positions up in question and some roles of specific players who are expected to be on the team not making it now. And we're going to break all of this down, so a lot to talk about. Guys, what's up? Welcome back to Yankees Digest. It's Chris here, and we're going to jump right into things as we always do. And guys, if you're enjoying the content, if you're having fun watching these videos, and you're part of that 71% that's not subscribed to Yankees Digest, make sure to subscribe, guys. I know I ask it all the time, but it really does help out a ton. Let me put my mic in front of my face because, guys, it really just does help us out. We're on that grind, trying to get out a ton of good videos for you guys. Let's jump into this one, though. All right, so as we know, this man right here, Ben Rice, has been balling in spring training, and now it seems as if there is a massive leap incoming for a guy who now looks like a future star for the New York Yankees. I mean, Ben Rice has been awesome in 46 at-bats in spring training. He has 13 hits, 5 home runs. Mind you, in the regular season last year, he had 7 home runs entirely, so only in 46 at-bats, he's nearly matched that. On top of that, his average is a 283 and his OPS is a 974. Ben Rice has been doing insanely well, as we all know. He's been the talk of New York Yankees training camp, and Rice himself has finally spoken out on this, saying, I know I can produce at an elite level. And it's not just that. There's much more to it. As Cody Bellinger said, Ben Rice is controlling every at-bat, it seems, and is hitting the absolute out of the ball. It's fun to watch. It's fun to watch him work, and it seems as if he has a really good idea of what he wants to accomplish and what he wants in general, which you absolutely love to see. I mean, look, Cody Bellinger giving you this is insane. Mind you, this is still an MVP. This is still a guy who won an MVP with the Los Angeles Dodgers. Cody Bellinger still is great, and he's proving that in his own right as well, as Bellinger, like Ben Rice, has been having an absolute monster preseason, and this is helping all Yankee fans feel a lot safer going into the season. With Ben Rice, I mean, for Rice, it's the exit velocity. It's really that more than anything else. The man is just ripping the ball way harder, and part of it is he's just a year older. I mean, he's a young guy. I mean, you're not at your strongest at 22, 23 years old. As you get a little bit older, you're going to get a bit stronger. You're going to have that full man strength come in, and things are going to change, and we're seeing the exit velocity go through the roof for Ben Rice, and that's just not some freak thing. If you're hitting the ball harder and the ball's leaving the park faster, it means you got stronger. It means you got better at hitting. Maybe he adjusted his swing a little bit. It looks like he definitely has adjusted his swing. It looks a bit more clean as well. Ben Rice batting from the left side is going to be so fun to watch for that New York Yankees short porch. It's going to be great to see because the Yankees desperately could use a lot of DH help, and that's one of those things that Ben Rice is going to be doing while that Giancarlo Stanton is out with the injury to both of his elbows and a calf injury. Now, it's unclear how long Stanton's going to miss. There is noise that he could miss the entire season if he needs surgery on his elbows. That would end his season before it starts. And, you know, obviously that would be awful for the Yankees. They'd lose their second best power bat behind Aaron Judge. And, well, then they'd definitely be short on power. But Ben Rice is here with a point to prove that if they lose out on Stanton as their DH, he is ready to be that full-time DH this season for the New York Yankees. Or not full-time, as he will play some first base. He will play some catcher as well for the Yankees. And there will be days where Aaron Judge is the DH, probably a few days where Paul Goldschmidt DHs as well. But certainly he would be the main guy in that lineup instead of Giancarlo Stanton. And Rice wants to show that he can handle it. I mean, looking back at Rice's numbers real quick, just taking a dive into it will make it a little bit bigger. Last season obviously didn't go great for him. He had that game where he had 3 home runs and it was electric to watch, but he finished the season with a 171 batting average and an on-base percentage of 284, so the numbers overall were not good. The slugging percentage showed some promise, as you can see from the OPS here at a 613. When your on-base percentage is under 3 and you're getting a 613 OPS, you are showing some promise when it comes to slugging. He showed some promise with that power bat in the minors as well, and now we're seeing it come back around a lot stronger to where he has 5 home runs this spring training, as I said, compared to the 7 he had all of last regular season. So in 46 at-bats, he has 5 home runs and 13 hits. In 152 regular season at-bats last year for the Yankees, Ben Rice had 26 hits and 7 home runs. So I mean, he's just playing so, like, look, he's literally gotten half of his hits already in 100 less at-bats, 106 less at-bats. That's insane to witness. Ben Rice clearly is just figuring it out. He's figuring out how to play at that major league level, and he's getting better. He got a lot stronger. He had 10 pounds of muscle, and he looks like a completely different player now. And the same goes for Cody Bellinger from the guy that we saw on the Cubs last year. Now, Bellinger was solid on the Cubs, but now in 40 at-bats in spring training, he has 19 hits, which is a 475 batting average, 3 home runs, 7 RBIs, and an OPS of 1.348. Cody Bellinger has been nothing short of phenomenal. He looks like that MVP player again, and he's motivated to be that guy again. When you win an MVP in your early 20s, you're expected to be one of the great players in MLB history, and he kind of took a dip. That is not how Bellinger wants his story to end. He wants to come back. He wants to play as good as he possibly can, especially on a team that his dad played on in the New York Yankees. So this is a whole reason to see Cody Bellinger be as good as he could possibly be, trying to become that version of his best self once again. And call me a fool, but I'm starting to believe in him. Now, Rice being the DH definitely does add some implications as well, because there are days that Bellinger's going to play first base and Goldschmidt might DH as well, as I mentioned, and that means that things are going to get a little bit tougher for this guy right here, Dominic Smith, who was the projected DH going into spring training when it was revealed that Stanton would be missing opening day and some time after that. Many saw Dom Smith as the answer at DH. Now, not that Yankee fans did. Yankee fans were not thrilled with it. Yankee fans were not happy with it at all. But that was the reality we were living in. But now it feels as if that won't be the case. It's not that Smith is playing badly in spring training, but he's not playing good enough to warrant what the New York Yankees want out of Dom Smith. So things did definitely get a little bit difficult with him. Now, looking at Dom Smith's numbers, I know I just hit 57 images to find it. Sorry, but looking at Dom Smith's numbers in spring training, he's had an 857 OPS, an average of 297, and a 289 on base percentage. So his numbers are not bad. This is in 37 at-bats with 11 hits and 3 home runs. So, again, numbers aren't bad at all. He could find his way to the platoon, but it feels with Pablo Reyes making the team, it is going to make finding Dom Smith room a little bit more difficult than it initially seemed like. I mean, Ben Rice and Pablo Reyes both being nice surprises, and JC Escara maybe finding a way as well onto the New York Yankees is going to make things tough for the Yankees to see if they got a spot for Dom Smith, a guy who's really just a left fielder and can't do much else fielding-wise. It does feel like the Yankees will move in a different direction from Smith, so I would expect the New York Yankees to either DFA him or just send him down to the minors or something for the time being. Where we stand right now is it feels like Smith is just getting outplayed. And on the topic of Bellinger, because I did want to show the numbers for his career, he's an 818 OPS guy with an OPS plus of 120. Last season, his OPS plus was at 102, while his OPS was at 751. So very slightly above average offensive player. And I mean, truly a phenomenal talent. He has 196 home runs, left-handed batter as well. The Yankees have a lot of talented lefties this year, and I'm just super excited to watch Cody Bellinger once the regular season gets underway for him. We're going to see a new New York Yankees team, and right now, Bellinger and Ben Rice have been huge parts of this, where it does feel like we're able to have some confidence, a lot of confidence, going in to this MLB season. Guys, let me know what you think down below. Like this video, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Have a great day, and go Yankees.